Alvarados, and we'll start with Felix. 31 years old, fighting out of Managua, Nicaragua. He's 5'4", an inch taller than DeeJay Kriel from South Africa, who is oozing with confidence despite an almost non-existent amateur career.
Fight fans, here we go. 12 rounds of action for our title attraction. Introducing to you first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner with trainer Derek Harlan. Tonight, wearing black with gold, he officially weighed 107.4 pounds. In 18 professional bouts, his record is outstanding. 16 victories, with 8 wins coming by way of knockout, only 1 defeat and 1 draw. Introducing to you the former 2-time minimum weight champion of the world, the fighting pride of Boksburg, Compton, South Africa. Here is DeeJay Kriel. And across the ring tonight, fighting out of the red corner with trainer Luis Cortez. This evening, he wears the colors of his homeland, blue with white. He tipped the scales at 107.4 pounds. He holds an impressive professional record of 37 bouts, 35 victories, including 30 wins coming by way of knockout, and only 2 defeats. Tonight, making his second title defense, here's the way to the defending IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the World. There's the Managua, Nicaragua, Finesse, Gemelo.
All right, let's go red. Let's go blue. Mouthpiece, DJ. Mouthpiece, Felix. Ya hablamos de las reglas. We've already talked about the rules in the dressing room. Protégete todo el tiempo. Protect yourself at all times. Mucho cuidado con las cabezas. Watch the low blows. Right here is going to be good. These trunks are a little high, so I'm going to let them work right in here, okay? Choke and guantes. Touch gloves. Buena suerte. Good luck.
Chris, what kind of fight do you expect to see here tonight?
I expect to see something physical. You mentioned the power of Alvarado in this fight, but a guy like Kriel really can't be counted out. When he won his world title against Carlos Licona, he got really good instruction from his corner, Bones Adams, at the time, in that final round. So you've got to pick up a knockout here. Went out there, 12th round, scored that knockout. So he's got pops even in the later rounds.
DeeJay Kriel, the real, wearing the black trunks. Felix Alvarado in the blue and silver with tassels.
Yeah, Alvarado's style is just one way. But when it comes to Kriel, he's a boxer puncher. He likes getting angles. He likes fighting behind the jab. That's what he's going to need against Alvarado tonight.
Look at this energy right out of the gate from Alvarado as his ponytail blows in the wind. That's how you tell the twins apart. Felix with the longer hair than his brother, who will be fighting next. That's Rene Alvarado.
Kriel doing the right thing, not staying on the ropes, getting on the angle and punching from that angle. He's going to have to do that all night tonight to keep Alvarado off.
And Alvarado looks like the bigger guy, Sergio.
He looks like a slightly bigger guy, but he's the big man with the big punch. Kriel's going to have to fight behind the jab. He's going to be active this entire fight. As long as it lasts, he's going to be on the back foot, trying to keep this harder puncher off him.
Love the intensity so far from Alvarado. He's just biting down on the mouthpiece, dodging the head, trying to get inside.
Hey, listen, boxing, I appreciate it when I'm seeing out of Kriel too.
Oh, stop!
You know, he's boxing nicely, not getting overwhelmed by the early pressure of Alvarado.
Believe it or not, Alvarado has never fought in the United States. This is his debut. Big swing and a miss with the right.
Yeah, there's calmness to Kriel right now with this pressure that he's getting. So he has to keep that calmness and know that this pressure is going to last the entire fight.
Watch the elbow,
but
DeeJay.
Now, he needs to start getting respect, picking his shots like he's doing right here.
So far, all Alvarado.
Kriel needs to tie him up or get off the ropes.
A second from Alvarado. He has come out smelling like roses so far.
So you got to get off the ropes. If you're a DeeJay, you got to stay off the ropes because those heavy hands will start taking its toll.
Well, DeeJay does not like this song so far.
Harder to the body. Harder to the body. Feed your knees.
Seems like the uppercut is going to be the go-to punch for Alvarado. Can Alvarado keep up this pace for 12 rounds as he lands a right uppercut again?
I believe he can.
Let's go, DeeJay.
Before, and I mean, this is the big stage for him, fighting and defending their titles with their brother. I'm sure they're going to want to shine. He's doing that right now.
Let's go, DeeJay.
Early in this first round.
And you can see
10 seconds, that's
no
segundas.
respect for the power of Kriel by Alvarado. He's walking through whatever Kriel's throwing.
Time!
Felix Alvarado. Let's see if Kriel can now start to settle into this fight a little bit.
Fighting behind the jab and keep him in the middle of the ring. He needs to stay off the ropes, and he's going to have some success moving forward.
One thing you have to remember, Todd, about Kriel is that it wasn't like he grew out of that minimum weight division. I mean, he was going to defend his title, but the purse bid for it was only $25,000. So basically, Kriel said, you know what, screw it. I can make more money at a higher weight class.
Can we say screw it on DAZN?
You just did, Todd.
Well, screw it. Big swing and a miss for Felix Alvarado. Boy, he wants a big KO. You can just sense it. Normally, Chocolatito is sitting ringside when the Alvarado brothers are in action, but of course, that much more difficult when the world's in a pandemic, so he is not here, but you know, is watching along with almost everyone else in Nicaragua, and they just saw a massive knockdown with a left hook from Felix Alvarado.
Kriel kept his chin in the air, and he took a picture when he threw that punch. Stayed up, and he got nailed for it.
And he looks rattled as he gets back into this fight.
Box!
My word, here comes Alvarado. What kind of finisher is he? Trying to lay claim that he is indeed the best 108-pounder in the world in the light flyweight division. What can DeeJay do here, Sergio?
Get off the ropes and move. You got to fight behind the jab, stay in the middle of the ring. Easier said than done when you have a beast like Alvarado on you.
Oh, and that one hit him right on the temple. Kriel said he sacrificed everything for this opportunity. Moved to Las Vegas during a pandemic, left his family behind in South Africa. Says loneliness is only temporary, glory is forever. I've got to come through for everyone in South Africa.
He did everything necessary. He also has great trainers in his corner. Derek Harmon is in his corner. Bones Adams in his corner. These are some high fight IQ trainers in his corner. So he just needs to weather the storm right now. Get back in the middle of the ring, stay off the ropes.
Just caught a right hand, and look at Alvarado. He looks sensational. And they'll get a right hand. Kriel cannot match power for power with this destroyer. Chocolatito would be proud of what Felix is doing here tonight.
Even when Kriel is blocking those body shots, they're still doing damage. That shows you how heavy the fists of Alvarado are. Kriel's keeping his chin up too high after he's finished punching.
How do you like that, Chris Mannix?
Here we're going to see the knockdown because he kept his chin in the air and he paid for it. Kriel needed a dip down after digging down to the body like that, but he stood up, and that's what happens. They want more pivots out of him. He should also be moving that head a lot more.
Look at the clarity of our cameras here tonight in Dallas. Sensational stuff. Picture perfect for Alvarado. Let's see what he's got for us here in the third round. Fighting for the first time in the United States. Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter, sitting ringside. You know he's enjoying this. So the message pretty clear from the corner. Get off the ropes, pivot.
Let's go, DeeJay.
Or clinch, which he just did right there. Anytime he does pivot, he has to keep that chin down. Bend those knees, pivot low, away from the ropes, if you're Kriel.
63% of this fight has been spent toe-to-toe, according to CompuBox, and that's what we like to see.
Sergio, it's got to be hard if you're Kriel, if you can't throw anything or land anything that doesn't impact Alvarado. He's just, Kriel has landed some decent shots, but none of them have been impactful.
Watch the head,
slowed the progress
cabeza.
of Alvarado.
No, but not if you ask Kriel. He believes in himself. He said he wanted to knock out and stop Alvarado. That just shows belief for a fighter that's not a big puncher here.
Well, I mean, that's great. Like, I want a pony, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to get it. Like, he just doesn't have the power, it seems, at this weight class to do any kind of damage to a fighter like Alvarado.
But he has the heart of a thoroughbred.
Punches landed through round 2. Alvarado 58 compared to Kriel's 34, but as Chris Mannix was mentioning, those 58 punches hurt a lot more than those 34.
Let him go, DJ.
Sergio, have you been in there with an opponent who's hit you and you go, wait a minute, this guy, even if he catches me as clean as a whistle, cannot do damage?
Every boxer has done that. Sometimes when you even block strong punches like that, that's when you feel the power. When they ricochet off your head, you can still feel the power, and you say, man, I better not get hit cleanly by this guy.
17 straight fights without a loss for DeeJay the Real Kriel. But he's moving up in weight, left the 105-pound division. And when you're that small, going up 3 pounds to 108, as you can see here tonight,
keep him up,
makes a world of difference.
And he's having a really good round 3 right here after being dropped and hurt. He's having a good round here because he's not staying on the ropes and he's clinching whenever Alvarado starts throwing punches. So right there, he's on the ropes. He needs to pivot out. Give Alvarado nothing to touch. Good head movement by Alvarado.
Time!
Chris, we got to give DeeJay a little bit of credit. After he ate that left hook and went down, it seemed like it was just a matter of time before he got taken out.
Yeah, he definitely changed his tactics a little bit, more mobile and trying to do the same thing in this round. He's going to have to keep turning, as Sergio said, and throwing punches to keep Alvarado from landing those big shots.
You know, as I watch Felix Alvarado, reminds me a little bit, just because I watched the documentary recently, of Hector Macho Camacho with the... Oh, he's down again for a second time!
3,
Round 4!
Same big left hook because he kept his chin in the air, not bending those knees.
8! Step this way. Do you want to continue? Box!
South Africa's finest in trouble again. Alvarado just having his way at this point with DeeJay Kriel, who appears to be just a level below the Nicaraguan. Oh, there's a nice left hook scored for Kriel. It's just small victories now for Kriel, but it's obvious Alvarado is winning the war. There's that double, triple uppercut, right uppercut, left hook.
Alvarado digging to that body with that right hook.
And now Kriel is where he specifically was told not to be, backed against the ropes.
It's hard to keep a fighter like Alvarado off. Not only does he have heavy hands, but he cuts off the ring nicely. He knows how to fight small in your chest, throwing all the right punches.
And you're right, Sergio. There's a difference in boxing between following guys around the ring and cutting him off. And in this fight, Alvarado's doing a really good job at cutting off the ring.
Cutting off the ring and not smothering his power.
And as Chris was alluding to earlier, it's one thing if your fighter's getting beaten up, but you think, hey, at least we've still got a power punch. At least we can still maybe score a late knockdown or knockout. But Kriel has shown us, at least not this far, that he does not seem to have the power to affect Alvarado at all.
And if you're in Kriel's corner, you're not at the point where you're stopping this fight, but that is starting to cross your mind a little bit.
And Kriel's been dropped by 2 big left hooks, and he will get dropped again because he's keeping his chin up in the air.
There's a right hand for Kriel. You know, South African fighters have had an unusual amount of success when it comes to IBF world titles. 19 South African fighters have won IBF titles throughout the year. Well, Kriel told us his favorite South African fighter ever was Jerry Coetzee, who became the first South African to win a heavyweight title. There's some flashes of shoe shining from Kriel.
Alvarado just looking for that big left hook again.
Jerry Coetzee won that. Again, to his credit, Kriel still standing as we enter round 5. He's been down twice, though. Chris, did you expect Alvarado to look this good?
I mean, he's fighting a guy coming up in weight who's good, but not great. You watch Alvarado fights, he is a pressure fighter, and again, not to be repetitive, but when you're facing a guy that can't hurt you, it makes fighting like this a lot easier.
And earlier I was going to say, reminded me a little bit of Hector Macho. Camacho's got the tassels, the long hair, the exciting style. Do you see that at all?
No, I don't.
I don't think I see it either. That's a lofty comparison there, Tom.
What's the last movie I watched, so?
Good documentary.
What about Apollo Creed? Because you're reminding of Apollo Creed.
Just stop. No, he's Alvarado's his own style.
What about Sugar Ray Robinson? Does it remind you of Sugar Ray Robinson, Tom?
Alvarado knows how to fight small. He's a power puncher. He bends his back. He comes low. He comes up high with the left hooks. If anything, compare him to like a Joe Louis with that left hook.
What? Okay.
Bending his back, getting low, coming up with those left hooks. I mean, if you're going to mention someone great.
It's more the tassels than the hair, okay? It was an aesthetic comparison. Meanwhile, Kriel showing signs of life. But then you just start to wonder, does Alvarado just want him to throw more so he's open for the counter? Oh, got him with the left uppercut again.
Let him go, DJ.
That has been the money punch.
Kriel has such a big heart. He's fighting the exact same fight that Alvarado wants him to fight. He's standing his ground, but that's not his fight. Kriel should be boxing and moving. That's Kriel's fight right there. At the end of the jab, poking and peppering Alvarado. Not standing toe-to-toe with the bigger puncher.
I think Kriel's, I would say hoping, he's praying that Alvarado starts to get a little bit fatigued considering his output and how much he puts behind those power shots.
I don't think he's praying at all. I think he's fighting off Alvarado, and he's showing flashes of what the game plan was picking him apart, you know, backing up with the jab, picking at those shots, but he's not keeping Alvarado off, and he's not dipping after punching like that.
Left the chin in the air again, as Sergio told us earlier, got caught with a left hook.
Let him go, DJ.
Alvarado doing the right thing right there, not letting Kriel hold on.
So a much better round for Kriel. But Chris Mannix, did you think the South African won it?
Time!
Jab and stay off the ropes.
If you're just tuning into DAZN right now and you look at these two guys' faces, you're thinking, hey, Kriel's probably beaten this guy. Alvarado's face banged up. But no, it's Kriel that's been down twice and has been thoroughly dominated, although that fifth round was much closer, and maybe Kriel snuck it out. We'll see Chris Mannix's official scorecard, or unofficial scorecard here momentarily.
Yeah, I gave it to that last round to Kriel, Todd. I thought he was more active and more accurate, but you're right. This has been a dominating performance from Felix Alvarado. Regardless of what the numbers say, the more consequential punches, impactful punches are being landed by Alvarado. Throwing those two knockdowns, he is winning, going away at the moment.
Kriel starting off nicely here. He's backing up, catching the punches, and coming up with uppercuts, right uppercuts. Nice. Right here, he needs to pivot out. Pivot out of there, get out of there. You're doing good work. Get out of there, go back to the end of the jab.
You hear the corner unleashing on Kriel. Get off the ropes.
You hear me?
I hear you, Chris. Nice jab, just snap the head back of Kriel.
Let him go, DJ.
Kriel from Malvern East, South Africa community, just on the outskirts of Johannesburg, which is where he was born. Grazing right hand.
No jabs from Alvarado. He's just stalking. Right now, he's just stalking, looking for the big shots. Letting Kriel get busy and keeping him at the end of the punches.
That left hook off the temple.
You'd like to see Alvarado go back downstairs a little bit more. He's had his best shots with those headshots that have put Kriel down, but keep working that body like right there, will open some stuff up.
There you go. Nice little shoe shine there by Kriel, and he moved out just in time.
Well, he's landing punches, Sergio. They're just not very heavy punches. But if he can turn this into a boxing match, he can win some rounds.
Yeah, because it's about points. It's about points with these rounds. He's not gonna knock out Alvarado, but he can get these points. He can accumulate points and win rounds. There's another good round by DeeJay.
And Alvarado's got a little bit lazy in these last 2 rounds, looking for that home run punch. Really right, Kriel. These punches aren't hurting Alvarado, but they're impactful.
Kriel's chin's in the air right there.
Gotta love the heart, though, of DeeJay Kriel refusing to give up. Do you sort of possibly maybe feel that the tables are turning just a little bit?
These last 2 rounds, I've scored for Kriel because he's been more active and been more accurate. This, as we start this 7th round, looks more like the Alvarado we saw in the first 4 rounds. So it's all about style. If Alvarado's going to let Kriel be the more active fighter, he absolutely can get back into this fight.
I wouldn't say the tables are turning, but the momentum is shifting slightly towards Kriel.
You got to remember, those 2 knockdowns are going to loom large in this fight as Kriel tries to get to the scoreboards.
Look, all that looked beautiful, but he kept his chin in the air. Kriel's going to get caught again if he doesn't keep that chin down.
Now, people hear you say keep the chin in the air. Where should his chin be? Should his chin be touching his chest?
Well, listen, when you're done punching, notice how his chin is up in the air. That's how you're going to get caught with the wide left hook. So when you're punching like that, you just got to bend your knees and keep your chin down. Look at where his head is up in the air right now. See that right now? When he pivoted out, his head is in the air.
You know, there's been some criticism of Ryan Garcia in that same vein, has there not, Chris?
A little bit, but not in the last 4 fights. You know, since Ryan has started to work with Eddie Reynoso, you've seen some substantive changes in Ryan's style. But early on, absolutely.
Kriel scoring again. Much more competitive rounds. But Sergio, you just get that feeling that Alvarado is going to end this with 1 punch anytime.
It feels that way, but Kriel's doing what he has to do, keeping the bigger man off him. He's rolling with shots, coming back with nice counters. It's not enough to get Alvarado's respect, but it is frustrating, getting picked apart like that. That's the reason you see Alvarado's eyes bruised up like that. There's that left hook again.
Good action fight here either way between Felix Alvarado and DeeJay Kriel. Alvarado 35-2 with 30 knockouts. He's already put Kriel on the canvas twice, while DeeJay's gone 17 fights in a row unbeaten, moving up in weight to 108 pounds. A nice uppercut there for Kriel. Can you imagine if Kriel somehow turns this around and wins this fight?
Nice punch selection by Kriel. He's going upstairs and cutting him downstairs to the body with the right hands, just like that right there.
Could slow and steady win this race.
Come on, DeeJay. Back to box.
Remember, I asked you earlier, I said, could Alvarado keep this pace up for 12 rounds? And you said, I think he can. You still believe that?
Yeah, absolutely, I think he can. But in the corner, I do see the deep breaths. I don't know if he normally does that, but he inhales deeply when he's in the corner, trying to get the most air.
Another very competitive round for DeeJay.
Deep breaths right there. Deep breaths, DeeJay.
And 92% of this fight has been fought at toe-to-toe, according to CompuBox. That's what people pay to see, isn't it, Chris?
A lot of these lighter weight classes, you see these kind of fight with phone booth types of fights. But I like what I've seen from Kriel as this fight's gone on. He's been more active, he's moving more. He's not going to have the power to stop Felix Alvarado, but if he keeps having this kind of output, he might have a chance on the scorecards.
Hands are free, work out.
The first 5 rounds were all Alvarado, but since then, very close, and Kriel's edged at least 1 or 2 of those, or so it seems.
If he doesn't get hit with those shots with his head up in the air, he's doing really well. He's mixing up the nice combinations, keeping Alvarado off. See that? Those are little shoe shines, and he slips and rolls nicely too, Kriel does. Just like that.
Sergio, what could you hear from the corner of Alvarado as he was taking those deep breaths?
You know, they were whispering in his ear. I was trying to listen to what they were saying, but I've been telling you about those deep breaths. For the last 3 rounds, Alvarado's been breathing really heavy. And in Kriel's corner, he's been a little bit more relaxed with the breathing. And he's having another nice round here. Boxing.
You saw the CompuBox numbers a little bit closer than perhaps it feels like. And hey, if you just turned this fight on and let's say round 5 didn't know anything about it, you'd think Kriel's probably winning.
Back to boxing now, let's go. Come on, come on. Turn. Keep turning. Down to the body, keep turning. Keep turning. Hands up.
You know what you think about scorecards? Judges can be fickle. They can be subjective at times. Some judges like a lot of activity regardless of the power behind the punches. Other judges like shots like that, big punches, even if they're not at the highest of volumes.
Like that right hand right there by Kriel. Nice left hook by Alvarado.
There's the uppercut splitting the guard.
Good body shots by Kriel. As long as he doesn't get lazy and get hit with nothing sweeping by Alvarado, this is another good round by DeeJay Kriel.
Kriel will hit you more, Alvarado will hit you harder. Nice jabs there. That's what they've been wanting in the corner of DJ.
That's what I mean by slapping jabs, Todd. You're not really putting much behind him. You're just keeping your opponent at bay. Keeping Alvarado, poking him with pesky slaps and jabs.
Take a step back.
You're flicking it. Here we go.
How about Kriel starting to come forward now?
10 seconds.
Straight right hand for Alvarado right towards the end of that round. Just said to his team. He said, listen, Alvarado's just as tired as you are. And DJ said, I'm not tired.
I love those instructions. Derek Harmon doing exactly what it needs to do. He caught the heavy breathing that I was telling you about earlier on Alvarado.
Just as we say that, it's the Alvarado from rounds 1, 2, and 3 showing up. I think he's tired of being pestered by Kriel and wants to end this right here, right now.
It sure looks that way coming out so far.
He's 1 left hook away from getting a 3rd knockdown. Oh, big uppercut, a nasty one.
Yeah, this is not where Kriel wants to be.
Kriel's trying to counter off the ropes like that, but he's not strong enough to keep Alvarado, so he just needs to continue with that pesky jab in the middle of the ring, winning rounds on points.
Chris, how do you have your scorecard through full 8 rounds?
Well, a commanding lead at this point for Felix Alvarado. Credit Kriel for getting back into this fight in the middle rounds, but the punches landed by Alvarado are just far more impactful. 78-72 through 8 rounds, Felix Alvarado.
So Kriel absorbs those big blows from Alvarado early in the round and then starts to shoe shine again.
I like those body shots by Kriel. Stab him to the jab and right in the torso. I like anytime I see a jab down there like that, or a right hand, just like Alvarado threw, sets up the overhand rights.
It's sort of a strange dynamic, Sergio, where Kriel looks fresher in the corner, but Alvarado looks fresher in between rounds. I mean, Alvarado, for most of these rounds, has looked like the fresher fighter, whereas Kriel, once the bell rings, he looks like he's more tired.
No, I caught that too. You know, whenever you're looking at Alvarado in the corner, it looks like he's breathing heavy. He might be tired. Then once the bell rings, he swings away.
Well, someone's sitting at home thinking, hey, you're supposed to breathe deep in the corner between rounds. What are you supposed to do?
Don't spear him, DJ. Don't spear him.
There are some coaches that believe the first 30 seconds of the minute break between rounds should be spent on the fighter just collecting himself, taking a couple big, deep 3 or 4 breaths, collecting yourself, and then give him the coaching.
Yeah, Freddie Roach often did that. Let a guy relax, take those deep breaths, get to what you want him to do in those last 15, 20 seconds.
Well, if you heard Derek Harmon's instructions in the corner of Kriel, that's exactly what he said. He's breathing heavy. You see, he's just as tired as you.
That head is going back really easily of Kriel. 10 seconds to go here in round 9. He's in trouble again.
Gets a hold on.
Alvarado finishing now. He's stumbling. There's the bell to end it, and he survives to fight on. DeeJay Kriel has taken everything Alvarado has thrown at him.
Wake up, hard, wake up.
On DeeJay Kriel, what heavy hands on Felix Alvarado.
Wake up. Come on, wake up.
The doctor going to come take a look at DeeJay Kriel. The referee was very adamant that if he catches a couple more big shots, he's going to call it off.
Here we go. Let's go, gentlemen.
Slip those punches, not block them anymore.
Alvarado smells blood in the water.
Let him go, DJ.
See, a fighter like Kriel, where you don't have the power to keep your opponent off. You can't give him anything to touch. You got to make him miss cleanly. Don't keep your hands up. Don't let him get nothing.
Oh, big overhand right. The referee about to step in. You can sense it here unless Kriel does something magical, which I don't think he's capable of.
Kriel's fatigued now.
Well, I tell you what, Kriel's not going to win this fight, but he still might get performance of the night, considering how much damage he has absorbed and continued on.
And if you're Alvarado here, you've got a sense that the referee is right there. You don't need to land one big punch to knock him out. If you flurry, that referee's going to step in.
Alvarado doesn't flurry, he punishes.
Let him go.
Free! Hard shots, come on, let's go! Come on, DJ, dig down! Dig down!
Body shot right there by Alvarado. It was blocked, but it still folded Kriel in half.
Let him go, DJ.
The referee's starting to stalk Kriel right now like a vulture, sensing doom is near, and that's it, it's over. Felix Alvarado, 36-2, 31 knockouts, a sensational performance in his United States debut.
Right on time for that stoppage, because Kriel wasn't going anywhere. His body language was gone. Great stoppage there by the referee. He got the knockout, he got the rounds in, coming off his longest layoff of his career.
Anytime a fighter's eyes leave their opponent, you know you got your bell rung. Nice stoppage there as DeeJay Kriel gave it his all, but not good enough to beat the 31-year-old from Managua, Nicaragua. Let's send it back into the ring now and Jeremiah Gallegos.
Ladies and gentlemen, here for the American Airlines Center, our referee, Mark Calloy, steps in and puts a halt to this contest. For your winner by TKO, round 10, 139. Ladies and gentlemen, he is still the IBF World Junior Flyweight Champion, Felix
Alvarado signed by Golden Boy in February this year, and you know that Oscar De La Hoya, Robert Diaz and company, they know they've got a real talent on board.